p.m.
Royal Global University presents News Headlines. पढ़ेगा नॉर्थ ईस्ट तभी तो बढ़ेगा नॉर्थ ईस्ट।
Situation turns volatile in Imphal after police clash with internally displaced people during a rally at Singjamay. Police resort to blind firing, tear gas shelling, assault local journalist, around half a dozen protesters injured. All Manipur Working Journalist Union and Editors Guild Manipur demand dismissal of sub-inspector who assaulted journo. Call for boycott of all Manipur police events and communications. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma identifies 12 vulnerable districts as reports of Bangladeshis illegally acquiring Indian citizenship comes to fore. Time parties like Congress and AIUDF also take a stand against influx, says Chief Minister Sharma. Swapnil Kusale wins third bronze medal for India in 50 meters rifle event in Paris Olympics. Maharashtra erupts in joy. Khasi Students Union members stage protests outside Meghalaya Public Service Commission premises in Shillong over alleged MCS recruitment anomalies. KSU demands marks of candidates of MCS prelims exam be made public. And Hamas military chief Mohammed Deif killed July air raid in Gaza, says Israel. Double blow to Hamas. We start with the top focus from Manipur. Journalists in Imphal are up in arms against Manipur police following assault on their colleague during a protest by the internally displaced people today. The protest by internally displaced people at Singjamay in Imphal East turned tense today, with police resorting to blind firing and firing of tear gas shells. As per sources, such was the police aggression during the rally that even a journalist was assaulted. A senior reporter of a local cable TV channel was allegedly beaten up mercilessly by the police while he was covering the IDP protest. As per eyewitnesses, the journalist was kicked on the chest and also assaulted on the face despite flashing his identity card. The journalist was rushed to the hospital following the assault. Meanwhile, around half a dozen internally displaced people taking part in the rally also received. As per inputs, the protesters who are demanding the government to make provisions for their return home plan to march till the assembly. However, the police confronted them few meters away from the relief camp and tried to disperse the protesters, leading to the chaos and violence. As per inputs, the police told the protesters that no rally would be allowed since the assembly session was underway. Sources allege that the police were so brutal in their approach and even student protesters were not spared. Meanwhile, the Editors Guild Manipur has condemned the assault on the senior reporter. So chaos once again on the streets of Imphal. A protest rally by the internally displaced people stopped by the police. Several including
लाखने अका पार्टी विदा लाख मतमदा ऐसा है मना आई फोन दरगा कैमरा से का पका लाखने अदु मार कनानो करिनो आई काची लोग थोगा आई ना कल लोग थोक ने तो का के केनोनी पावी ने ना हाय बगर अदु लंदे मार को जला किन सिला अदु का फोन मार लंगमै छुवाय ने जे छुवाय ने अदु आई केनो जु मार
Lucky Boy Singh joins me live at this point in time from Imphal. So Lucky, the journalists in Manipur are clearly unhappy with the incident today. So are they submitting any memorandum to the authorities?
Yes, Priya. Right now, the journalist fraternity, led by the All Manipur Working Journalists Union as well as the Editor Guild, and participated by various journalists in Manipur, have been approaching towards the Chief Minister's bungalow and to submit a memorandum regarding the incident. Assaultation of a journalist by a sub-inspector of Imphal East district while controlling the protests that have been carried out by the internally displaced people who were demanding to restore peace in the state, to put up an agenda in the assembly session regarding the restoration of peace and to send them back in their respective residence. Now, as you can see in my back, media fraternity have been approaching from Manipur Press Club towards the Chief Minister's bungalow to submit a memorandum regarding and condemnation of the act of Manipur police. And today, the journalist fraternity have boycotted the Manipur police. Any information regarding Manipur police have been boycotted, and they have also demanded that if the government didn't take any action against the particular sub-inspector who have assaulted a journalist despite of several disclosure of himself as a journalist. So 48 All Manipur Working Journalists Union as well as the Editor Guild is giving 48 hours to the government to take action. If not, the assembly session report will also be boycotted by the journalist fraternity in Manipur. Priya.
Right. So, Lucky, have anyone from the authorities or Manipur police reached out to the protesting journalists?
Not yet, right? Not even a single officers or the leader from the Manipur Police Department or the government have approached towards the journalists. But right now, we have reached, we'll be reaching the Chief Minister bungalow in just 400 to 500 feet. And now, approach. The rally is being started from Manipur Press Club with a memorandum. It will be submitted to the government, to the Chief Minister, who is in charge of the Home Minister, and for the demand that the media fraternity wants against the sub-inspector who has assaulted a journalist.
So, Lucky, what are the main demands of the journalist, and do they have a message for Chief Minister Inbiren Singh?
The media fraternity, the All Manipur Working Journalists Union and the Editor Guilds have been demanding the dismissal of the sub-inspector who have badly assaulted the security, badly assaulted the journalist, and to compensate the losses of the journalist. And right now, if the government doesn't react within 48 hours, then more agitation as well as boycotting of various departments, government as well as be conducted the journalist fraternity in Manipur. Priya.
Right, Lucky, since you're in ground zero, so if possible, take some reaction from the journalists as you all will be reaching the Chief Minister's residence in a short while from now.
Yes, Priya, right now the leaders have been moving in front, so we are reaching the Chief Minister's bungalow right now. So I think he won't be speaking now.
Right.
Yes, we will be bringing you the first reactions after meeting the Chief Minister, after submitting the memorandum, and after hearing the assurance by the Chief Minister. Priya.
Right, Lucky Boy Singh, thank you so much for all those details. So viewers, as you can see on your screens, these are Northeast Live exclusive visuals. So the press community in Manipur, they are proceeding to the Chief Minister's official bungalow, and in a short while from now, they'll be reaching. So we are showing you live visuals from Imphal. So as you can see, Editors Guild Manipur, they are proceeding to the Chief Minister's bungalow. They will be submitting a memorandum of what had happened today. A journalist has been assaulted by the police after repeatedly showing his identity card. So the whole journalist community, they are proceeding to the Chief Minister's official bungalow, and we are showing you live visuals. Our correspondent from Imphal, Lucky Boy Singh, is also right there giving us minute-to-minute updates. So these are Northeast Live exclusive visuals. So the the Editors Guild Manipur has condemned the assault on the senior reporter, and right now they are on the way to the Chief Minister's official bungalow to submit a memorandum. And is this a case of high-handedness by Manipur police? Let's listen into Editor-in-Chief Wasbir Hussain now.
It's a clear case of police high-handedness because these are internally displaced people. Remember, there are 59,000 internally displaced people in Manipur today. This is the figure given by none other than Chief Minister Biren Singh in the floor of the House, floor of the State Assembly yesterday when the budget was presented. 59,000 internally displaced people in Manipur is a huge number. Now, there has been obviously these internally displaced people, whether they are cookies or whether they are metes. In this case, today's protest was carried out by IDPs in Imphal. That means obviously these IDPs are metes, and they are obviously unhappy with the arrangements in their makeshift relief camps. They are worried about their future. They are worried about their uncertain conditions, uncertain way of life. This has also raised questions about the government's rehabilitation efforts, about the Biren Singh government's rehabilitation efforts. This has raised a serious question. Why are the IDPs leaving their makeshift camps and taking to the streets? There must be definite reasons. Instead of looking into the reasons, instead of listening to their grievances, the state government has unleashed the police force, and the police force in Imphal, they use the same amount of force. From experience, we are seeing that these policemen in Imphal use the same amount of force while dealing with the internally displaced people, as well as dealing with insurgents or dealing with militants and all. So this is absolutely shocking. There is something serious questions are raised about the Manipur police's crowd control approaches. What is the crowd control approach of the Manipur police? This is a serious question now. And the journalist was assaulted. The journalist was assaulted for no rhyme or reason. He was repeatedly flashing his identity card. The reporter belonging to a local TV channel was assaulted for no rhyme or reason. He was kicked in the chest. He could have been detained, he could have been taken away, he could have been grabbed and taken away. What was the need to kick him on the chest? So these are issues that the government will have to answer. Now IDPs are protesting, they are coming out of their makeshift camp, they are marching towards the assembly. Obviously, they want to say something. They should have been listened to. Why were they allowed to come out of their camps? Why were they not barricaded at some point as they were starting their march? Instead of doing that, the police were firing live rounds, the police were firing tear gas cells and so on and so forth. So this is a clear case of police high-handedness, Priya.
Right. So, Wasbir, the internally displaced people are clearly not a happy lot. Displaced by the violence, struggling for basic facilities, they want to return home and hence the protests. So, should not the authorities listen to them instead of assaulting them?
Absolutely, absolutely. This was a case that required a lot of empathy from the authorities. This was this was a case where the authorities should have deputed magistrates, they could have deputed senior political leaders to stop the IDPs along the way, listen to their grievances, and they want to go home. Now they cannot obviously go home so easily because they have been displaced. The IDPs who are in Imphal are metes who have been displaced from places like More, which is now a Kuki dominated area. Now they cannot obviously go back to More. The situation is not conducive at all in Manipur at this point in time. So all the authorities needed was to listen to their grievances, depute senior political leaders or senior officials to the site from where they had started the march. They could have been stopped along the way. They could have been listened to. So instead of doing that, they've unleashed a police force, which is something which is totally unexpected in a democracy. In a democracy, the people have the right to come out on the streets and voice their protest and voice their grievances. And here, they are already a traumatized lot. These are the internally displaced people, already traumatized, already displaced from their hearts and homes. Already their children are suffering. Already their children's education has been disrupted. Their livelihood have been completely snapped. So in this kind of a situation, one has to understand that these are generally angry people. These are generally people who are filled with emotions. So instead of doing that, the Biren Singh government has demonstrated today once again that they believe in brute force to put a stop to the grievances, put a stop to the voice of the people. So that is what was once again demonstrated on the streets of Imphal today.
Don't like the inverted image? Get the real picture.
सर दालमिया सीमेंट से तो आरसीएफ स्ट्रॉन्ग बन गया।
आरसीएफ
रूफ कॉलम फाउंडेशन ये तो स्ट्रॉन्ग बन गया। और बताइए और क्या चाहिए?
छत पे एक बड़ा सा पार्टी हॉल होना चाहिए।
होना ही चाहिए, होना ही चाहिए।
फैंसी सा स्टेयरकेस
होना ही चाहिए।
मार्बल का फाउंटेन, मॉड्यूलर किचन
और एक एक्वेरियम
होना ही चाहिए।
सालों तक ये घर स्ट्रॉन्ग
होना ही चाहिए, होना ही चाहिए।
इतने सब के लिए तो आरसीएफ स्ट्रॉन्ग होना ही चाहिए।
अभी तो दालमिया सीमेंट चाहिए।
चाहिए नहीं, होना ही चाहिए।
दालमिया सीमेंट आरसीएफ स्ट्रॉन्ग तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग।
অসম চৰকাৰৰ স্বাস্থ্য বিভাগ, মেডিকেল এডুকেশ্যন ৰিচাৰ্চ ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট আৰু সীমান্ত শংকৰদেৱা ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিৰ অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছে আগবঢ়াইছে তিনিটাকৈ সুকীয়া পাঠ্যক্ৰম: বেচেলৰ ইন মেডিকেল লেবৰেটৰী টেকনলজি, বেচেলৰ অফ ফিজিঅ'থেৰাপি আৰু ডিপ্ল'মা ইন মেডিকেল লেবৰেটৰী টেকনলজি। অত্যাধুনিক লেবৰেটৰীৰ সুবিধা আৰু অভিজ্ঞ ফেকাল্টিৰে শিক্ষাদান কৰা নীলাচল এডুকেশ্যন ফাউণ্ডেশ্যন ট্ৰাষ্টৰ অধীনত নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছ পাঠ্যক্ৰমসমূহৰ নামভৰ্তি চলি আছে। যোগাযোগৰ ঠিকনা নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছ, গোটানগৰ, জালুকবাৰী, অপজিট ইণ্ডিয়ান অইল পেট্ৰল পাম্প, নেশ্যনেল হাইৱে 37, গুৱাহাটী।
News to keep you ahead.
On to the top focus from Assam now. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma today admitted that illegal Bangladeshis are fraudulently acquiring Indian citizenship in certain districts of the state, taking advantage of the demographic situation there. Chief Minister Sharma's statement comes a day after former vocal BJP MLA from Hojai, Shiladitya Deb, claimed that thousands of Bangladeshis are acquiring Indian citizenship with help from local authorities in certain parts of the state. Let's listen into what Chief Minister Sharma said while responding to a query on Bangladeshi migrants acquiring Indian citizenship.
বাংলাদেশৰ নাগৰিকে ইতিমধ্যে ইয়াত নাগৰিকত্ব পাইছে।
এইটো ময়ে কৈ আছো না, ময়েতো কৈ আছো পাই আছে না, অবৈধভাৱে এইটো পাব। বাংলাদেশৰ নাগৰিকে বৈধভাৱে কেনেকৈ পাব? অবৈধভাৱে পাব। সেইকাৰণে সকলো এতিয়া ধুবুৰী খালমাৰাত বিজেপিটো নাই, কংগ্ৰেছ আছে, UDF আছে। গতিকে তেখেতসকলেও বাংলাদেশীৰ বিৰুদ্ধে থিয় হ'ব লাগে নহয়। অসমৰতো 12খন জিলাৰ প্ৰায় বিস্তৃত এৰিয়াত বিজেপি নাই গতিকে আমিতো তাত একো কৰিব নোৱাৰোঁ সেইকাৰণে কংগ্ৰেছ দলেও বিদেশীৰ বিৰুদ্ধে থিয় হ'ব লাগে বা বিডিএফ দলেও থিয় হ'ব লাগে আপোনালোকেও গছপুলি ৰুইছে নাই বিচৰাৰ জাগাত বাংলাদেশী ক'ত আছে বিচাৰিব লাগে গতিকে আপোনালোকো পজিটিভ হ'ব লাগিব তেতিয়াহে কামবিলাক হ'বগৈ
Well, Chief Minister Sharma had recently during his visit to Jharkhand said that there are around 1.25 crore Bangladeshis in Assam. Listening.
हमारे जब बांग्लादेश से घुसपैठिया स्टार्ट हुआ ये 40 साल पहले स्टार्ट हुआ कांग्रेस उस समय स्टेट का शासन में था आज हमारा असम में घुसपैठी जो बांग्लादेश से रिलेटेड लोग है the volume is 1.25 crore.
So now this is a huge figure and clearly raises serious question of how are these illegal infiltrators entering in such large numbers? What is a bigger concern is that how are these foreigners securing the valid documents to claim Indian citizenship as alleged by the former BJP MLA from Hojai? Will a thorough probe be launched to expose the syndicate that facilitates these intruders? Is not it time the MHA takes strong note of the situation and takes up the fencing issue with Bangladesh? Well, this video uploaded by a YouTuber claims that it is extremely easy to cross the international border with India without any passport or visa. This, of course, was said to shot somewhere along the India-Bangladesh border in Meghalaya, and even though the BSF has questioned the credentials of the YouTuber and the video uploaded, it has nevertheless created concerns and doubts about the vigil along the border. All right, to know more on this, I am being joined live with my colleague Arindam Das. So, Arindam, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma identified 12 vulnerable districts as reports of Bangladeshis illegally acquiring Indian citizenship. So, Arindam, will a thorough probe be launched to expose this syndicate going on?
That's right, Priya. The number which Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma gave about the illegal immigrants that might be present here in Assam is 1.25 crore. That's a huge number in a state like Assam. And he said that in 12 districts, the Bharatiya Janata Party has negligible presence. In fact, there is the presence of other opposition parties like the Congress and the AIDF in those 12 districts. So he has asked all the political parties to raise above politics or rise above politics and to join hands to fight against influx. So he gave a huge number. 1.25 crore is a huge number in a state like Assam. And yesterday, former MLA from Hojai constituency, BJP MLA Siladita Dev, he gave an example. In fact, he gave facts and figures, in fact proof that once Saifur Rahman Talukdar from Hojai district, he is an illegal immigrant who had entered Assam illegally from Bangladesh, and right now he enjoys dual citizenship of both India and Bangladesh. And not only that, he has enrolled his voters name not only in the India's voters list but also in the Bangladesh voter list. So what Siladitya Dev has said about Saifur Rahman Talukdar, so it's not an isolated case of Saifur Rahman Talukdar anymore, and that has been said today by the Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, when he gave that huge number of 1.25 crore illegal immigrants who might be present here in Assam. Now a huge process, a memo process of NRC was taken up in Assam to identify the illegal immigrants, the illegal Bangladesh nationals who might have sneaked in. But it was a botched up NRC process, as has been claimed by both the central and the state government, because the government believes that a lot of foreigners' name got enrolled in that NRC, and that's why the NRC was termed as a botched up NRC. So right now a thorough probe is in fact required to find out how these illegal immigrants got their names not only in the voters list but also as citizens of India. Now yesterday what Siladitya Dev, the former Hojai MLA of BJP, said that unscrupulous police officers who help these illegal Bangladeshi infiltrators to forge up their documents that proves that they are Indians, and that's how they get enrolled in the voters list as well as they get citizenship of India. So the former MLA of Hosai constituency, Siladitya Dev, has in fact said that he will write to the Chief Minister of Assam, the DGP of Assam, and also to the Ministry of External Affairs to thoroughly probe this entire incident, the entire nexus of the police officials, the illegal immigrants, and also he has named that is a very sensitive issue which Siladitya Dev has raised. He has raised the name of the Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh, whose office is in Guwahati, because the person he named, Saifur Rahman Talukdar, when a person from Hosai district lodged an FIR against Saifur Rahman Talukdar that he is an illegal immigrant and that he has been able to procure forged documents and get his name enrolled in the voters list of India and also get citizenship of India, whereas he also enjoys a citizenship of Bangladesh and also enroll his name in the Bangladesh voters list. So he got proof that he is a Bangladeshi national who is enjoying dual citizenship of India and Bangladesh, and also has enrolled his name in the voters list of Bangladesh and India. And in that process, this person who had lodged the complaint, he has faced a lot of intimidations from the police officers, which upon whom the fingers have been raised, that to withdraw the case against Saifur Rahman Talukdar. Then the concerned police officials allegedly has contacted the Assistant High Commissioner in Bangladesh, Guwahati, and who
Arindam Das, thank you so much for all those details.
Don't like the inverted image? Get the real picture.